what is going on? Of course, this is Tommy Guns Law, and today I want to talk a little bit about the state of Sarms and Peptides and where they could be heading soon. First of all, this channel is brought to you Old School Labs. Old School Labs, the one place I get all my supplements. And of course, if you use the code TommyLaw, you will get your 15% off Old School Labs. Check them out now. So, if you've been in the workout community, yeah, it's raining like crazy and lightning like crazy and thundering, of course. But if you've been around as long as I have, we've been through this a lot. You've had your androstenedione, your DMZ products, pro hormones, just different products that have stayed around for a while, and eventually the FDA or the government catches up to them. So with all of that, I mean, my news feeds on Instagram, on all social media, is flooded with tons and tons of new homegrown SARM and peptide companies. Basically homegrown meaning it's either white label produced or they're making the shit at home or whatever. They're getting it from China, slapping some labels and selling it out of their house. So, like here in the state I live with, the problem that we have with things like that is, even here when you have different products, like you have your hemp products, your CBD products, and your Delta products, here in Florida, they're really about to crack down on all of those products, because if you go in any, gas station, really almost anywhere, smoke shops especially, the homegrown companies that have come out of the woodwork is insane. Like I went to the gas station the other day and they had pre-made, like almost like rolled blunts and tubes. And I was like, how are you even selling this in a gas station? But there's so many people making this stuff now that it starts to get more and more unsafe and risky. And unfortunately, the government has to intervene. Sadly enough, any good thing, it seems like the government sticks their nose in. However, I think sometimes they have to when something gets oversaturated, like these SARM companies and peptides. And I have seen videos, especially from Brian from American SARMs. He had good points when it came to a lot of these SARM companies, kind of like anything else, the quality and the amount of the product that's actually in, or compound that's in each product, is like insanely low. Some of these you're lucky if you're getting 50% of the compound that it says it is. And it just gets so saturated and watered down, and everything gets crazy and just unsafe. You really don't know what you're getting. You're getting maybe 30% of, let's say, Rad 140, and the rest is just random fillers, whatever they can do to fill up to the pill press or the capsules. And it just gets really scary. So when that happens, bad things usually start to happen. And of course, the government comes in and does their thing, which unfortunately they'll come in and do their thing at some point anyways. However, the more it gets saturated, the more it speeds up that process, it seems. So I don't know how much longer SARMs and peptides will be able to be bought as easily as they are now, the way things are going. When you have a few companies out there selling it, it's one thing, but these companies are just coming out of the woodwork. Every day I go, yep, there's another company. Oh, there's another company. And it's like, oh my God, they're just everywhere. But you do gotta find, if you are gonna get this stuff, you gotta find a reliable source. That's why anytime for my SARMs, I go to American SARMs. Of course, use my code TommyLaw and get 15% off. And with my peptides, I go to the Triggered brand, homegrown.com. Use code TommyLaw and get your 10% off. I only go to those companies when I get any of my SARMs or peptides, though there are other great companies out there. You just got to really be careful. I mean, these companies are just coming out of the woodwork. And honestly, the stuff is easy to make. It's very cheap. And people are just buying it all over the place. And of course, to them, especially if you get some of these bigger companies, and I know they can get you too, but it's a lot of these little homegrown companies, you know, they want to see how far they can stretch it, so they don't put, you know, 100% of whatever compound in the capsules or tablets that it's supposed to be, and it's mostly just fillers because they're just trying to stretch the product out, especially at first to make money. And you get weak products, or you get products that can give you crazy and dangerous side effects. So you really got to be careful when it comes to this stuff. And like I said, unfortunately, the government has to come in because it just gets unsafe. So like anything else, man, good things eventually come to an end. Not saying SARMs or peptides are coming to an end anytime soon, but I would expect at some point the government will crack down on this. You just got, man, these people just come out of the woodwork and they try to make a quick buck or whatever, and they just ruin it for everybody. So basically, just wanted to make a quick video saying, I mean, enjoy the SARMs and peptides while they're around, because they probably won't be around for much longer. And I am Tommy Guns. Like, subscribe, please. I can't do this without you. And I am out.